Mafia Queens of Mumbai by S. Hussain Zaidi with Jane Borges.
If you ask me what is Mafia Queen, if it's fear or fascination, I would say it's a little bit of both.
What I love is that we don't really hear about the female dons of Mumbai. We've heard so much about Dawood and all these male dons. So it's really nice to have a book dedicated to that.
It's these names and these people that you've grown up listening about and reading about. And it's their stories.
How did you get the idea of writing Mafia Queens of Mumbai?
Actually, it was our publisher, Deepti Talwar, who had approached my former colleague Akar Patel with an idea for me that she wanted to do something about women in crime. So Akar directed Deepti to me, and Deepti is a publisher with Westland. So she approached me when I was at the Asian Age, and she suggested the idea of writing something about women in crime. So at that time we have not named the book as Mafia Queens of Mumbai, it was Women in Crime. So we both, I started developing the idea, then I asked Jane Borges, would you like to help me in this enterprise? And Jane Borges readily agreed. So at that time we didn't even know there were going to be 13 stories. We just thought there will be say 4 or 5 big ones, though some research was already done, and we had, while doing Don't Only Dubai and my reporting days, I had kept some stories ready. So as we started working on the book, continued working on it, this developed. And then it was Vikram Chandra, my mentor and my guru, who suggested that the name of the book should be Mafia Queens of Mumbai.
You have never co-authored with anyone. So why did you choose Jane Borges?
Actually, I always thought that as a journalist, you should never share a byline with anyone, because what happens is that you never know who has worked how much. So for me, when I was doing this book, my Asian Age job was new one, and I was not sure how much I will be able to devote to this book. So Jane was actually at that time working on the desk in Asian Age as sub-editor, and we both have quite a partnership and team spirit. So I asked her, would you help me in doing this while I talk, and you can take notes and we can do this. So she accepted the role of being my partner, my research assistant, my editor. So it was in a versatile capacity that we both thought that we can do this book.
Yes, I was very amused that you approached me, because you were such a senior, and I was really scared of you in the beginning.
Wow.
You remember that?
I know,
I used to call you Hussain sir for the longest time, and you would say, why are you calling me Hussain sir, call me Hussain. So I was very intimidated by him, and then I thought, oh God, I have to now work with him on a book. But it came together very well. I think I'm very happy.
Yeah. And ultimately it came out very nicely.
Yeah, you were a great mentor.
Thank you.
So I learned a lot under you.
Thank you.
About storytelling, and the process was really fulfilling.
Thank you.
Why don't you both write another book together? It's been 8 years since Mafia Queens of Mumbai.
Because Hussain is writing so many other books. There's a book coming out every 3 months.
No.
And if I ask Hussain to write something which is not related to the mafia, it might seem out of the ordinary, and I don't think I'm ready to write about the mafia again.
Actually, she's trying to hide the real reason. That actually I left Asian Age in 2012. And since then, she thought that she doesn't want to work with a disgraced journalist. She didn't have the time to work with me.
That is the most horrible thing to say.
So she never kind of agreed to partner with me after that. And then I realized that since now I'm on my own and I have to re-establish myself, so I started struggling to write books again and somehow find my feet. And I was hoping that Jane will call me someday and say, Hussain, are you game for partnership again?
Will you please admit on record that this is a lie?
No, I will not. This is not a lie. It is the truth.
This is a lie.
So then she should have called me to say that, Hussain, can we work again together? Which she never.
We did discuss.
So I never got a call. I never got a message. So that means that she was not willing to work with me.
No, we did discuss about working on some book and me doing some research with him, but my job took a lot of my time, and that is one of the reasons why I didn't work with Hussain at that point.
What do you think about various filmmakers adapting your book to make movies?
See, it's a fantastic thing for authors to know that their work is going on the big screen. And since the time Vishal Bhardwaj, who's a friend now, came to launch the book, he has been intending to make a movie on the story of Sapna Didi. But somehow he did other projects, and this story was always left on the back burner. Similarly, even Mr. Neeraj Pandey, again a friend, wanted to do something and he was very keen and wanted to like go ahead and make something, but even that has not materialized. And now latest is Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali, who's very interested in Gangubai. So between from 2011 to 2019, when we have heard so many things and we have met with so many filmmakers and guys, but I mean so far our dream has remained unfulfilled, and we are still somehow hoping and dreaming that someday this book and its stories will see the big screen.
But I think I really like the adaptations, the audio books that came out last year.
She be the queen, she be the queen, she be the queen, yeah. She be the queen, she be the queen, she be the queen, yeah. She's the top.
Considering it was written in 2011, to have generated that kind of interest even 7-8 years later, it says a lot about this book, that it has still captivated the imagination of so many people, that and people are still talking about Mafia Queens of Mumbai. I don't think books have that kind of shelf life like this particular one has done.
In fact, all of them say that Mafia Queens has been the best book. And in fact, I must tell you that there are other guys who have now written books on women and women in crime, and they have started naming their books with a similar name. So I mean, it's very nice to know that our book has set a benchmark for other such stories to come on for women on crime.
But I think all credit goes to you, Hussain, because it was a very novel concept back then in 2011. The idea of women being part of the underworld.
Nobody thought about it. Nobody thought about it.
Even today, people are thinking twice about this idea.
Correct.
Is it really possible? So because it was a novel concept, and that is why it has lived these many years, and it has had this kind of life.
Fantastic. I really hope that people read our book, and those who want to know about various women who are like more powerful and more interesting stories, they should pick up the book and read. There's a story of Sapna Didi who challenged Dawood Ibrahim. So there is this Gangubai who kind of gave a very blunt reply to Jawaharlal Nehru, the then Prime Minister of India. Then there's Jena Bai Daruwali, who managed to manipulate the Mumbai police as well as the underworld characters, including Haji Mustan, Kareem Lala and Dawood Ibrahim. So these are the women who are more powerful, more manipulative and cunning than even male dons could ever be. That's why I think all should read Mafia Queens of Mumbai by Hussain Zaidi and Jane Borges. Thank you. Thank you.
It's very engaging, and I'm pretty sure the audience will have the same reaction. They would feel that they are just watching a film.